There's always the Thames.
Yeah.
I wouldn't advise it, Jack.
We'll see.
I used to
swim in there.
Yeah, the day's still young.
I used to row on the Thames.
Oh, yeah.
And on one occasion, the people I was in a boat with, we accidentally capsized the boat and all went into the Thames, and we were all very ill for a while
Like
afterwards.
with what? Ear infection?
Like horrible, just
Skin?
like yeah, it's really nasty
Is that
stuff.
how you
in
got
there.
diabetes?
No, that's not how I got diabetes. No, James.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing to do with the Thames. If you do end up in the Thames and you are diagnosed
got it.
diabetic, those things are not connected.
Okay. So I'm learning.
weird.
I'm learning as I go along with Ed.
This is great. I'm
It's very
glad, I'm glad I'm here to
educational,
witness
this
all this.
Ed has diabetes. I'm just trying to learn about it. I'm yet to, I haven't been told the kind of
The origin story.
Yeah, the origin
it's
story.
Not like
yeah.
it's not like
so
Spider-Man.
I didn't know if it was you falling into the Thames
fall in
and then
the
you all
Thames.
came out with different powers. You came out with diabetes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to the bottom of it one day.
Yeah, one of them can fly. One of them's got X-ray vision, and I got diabetes.
Oh, you lost a bet.
Yeah.
It's the baddie.
Sweet tea I've seen is just served in huge cups as well.
Yeah.
A lot of ice, just really sweet. I mean, I can't touch it since I went in the Thames,
Yeah.
but it's seriously sweet.
Superhero diabetes.
Kryptonite. It's sweet tea for
Oh,
Ed.
no, I've given away my one weakness to all the other heroes.
No.
And I can testify that it tastes exactly like Irish Spring soap.
Really?
Specifically Irish Spring.
Irish
Specifically,
Spring
which is
soap.
the worst soap in America. It's green and nasty to taste. That's all I have to say.
So that's proper, I've heard that phrase.
I've had that.
You had that?
My friend's mum did it to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
friend's
like
mum?
really, really staunch Catholic woman, and we were literally running around the house swearing because we were like, "It's great, right?"
Yeah.
Me and my friend, and she came and washed our mouths out with soap.
Both of you.
Did you
Both
tell
of
your
us.
mother?
Yes.
Was
told
she
my
mad?
mother. Yeah, I think she was pretty mad. She didn't show me that necessarily, but I think she was pretty mad at the time. We don't see those people anymore.
No.
No. But that's full on, right?
That's crossing a major
Yeah,
line,
yeah.
I'd say. That's not your
kind
kid.
of a light form of child abuse, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah.
It's like neighbor abuse.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna join that. That's
I don't know if it was Irish Spring, so I can't testify to whether it
It was
was.
Yardley.
Yeah.
actually I never had that. I'm the only one out of the three of us.
Yeah.
Benito, have you ever eaten soap? Me and Benito, me and the great Benito, we have never had soap in our mouths, and you two have. This is where the
Well, there you go. There's the divide.
Maybe you're a super taster too. Maybe it was the
Maybe.
soap.
yeah. Ed, you
I
don't
am.
know. You could have two superpowers.
What's your other one?
Diabetes.
I've told you, James. Type 1 diabetes is not a superpower. James thinks type 1
He
diabetes
fell in the
is a
Thames. He
superpower.
fell in the Thames. He got diabetes.
The two events were not connected.
The two events were not connected. The soap
No.
didn't cause.
The soap didn't cause the type 1 diabetes. Neither did falling in the Thames. Neither of.
Did you fall in the Thames?
Yeah, I
that's how we got diabetes.
I used to
And then-
row on the Thames, and we capsized and went in the Thames. And James swears blind that that's how I got type 1 diabetes.
Is the Thames dirty?
Awful.
Awful.
Yeah. Do not
full of sugar.
go for a little swim in the Thames.
Do
whilst
not
you're
go
here.
for a swim in the Thames. Note to self.
I walked across the River Thames.
Yeah.
That was...
Ed fell in the River Thames.
You fell in, yeah? But you survived and lived to tell the tale.
Well, I fell in the
Well,
River
he
Thames.
kind of-
Okay, James thinks
Powers.
that when I fell in the River
All
Thames,
magical actually. Ed's
I got
diabetes.
type 1 diabetes. And the two things, I am type 1 diabetic and I have fallen in the Thames, but I just want to let you know those two things aren't connected, Dynamo.
They are
Okay.
connected. And that's how Ed became.
But do you know that they're not connected?
Yeah,
Do
because
you
I
have,
was...
scientific evidence?
Here's my evidence,
Yes,
Dynamo,
thank you,
which
Dynamo.
James doesn't know. I'd not revealed to him yet. I was type 1 diabetic before I fell in the Thames.
Nope. We're all magic on this
Did
podcast.
you tell anybody
The Great Benedict.
before you fell into the
Dynamo.
Thames
Yeah.
James the Genie.
that you were diabetic?
Super.
Yes, I was diagnosed type 1 diabetic, and maybe a year later I fell into the Thames. So I don't know what more proof you guys want. You're both looking at me like...
Since you fell into the Thames,
Yes.
right? Have you tried things that you couldn't have because you were diabetic? Because maybe you might not be diabetic
I might
anymore.
not be diabetic anymore. I suspect if the Thames cured my diet, which is what you're suggesting, that the Thames cured my type 1 diabetes.
I mean, I'm just really doing this for James's
Yeah, I
pleasure
know,
here,
I know.
because he seems to really be interested in your...
He's really connected the two things.
Yeah.
Well, it's just that I just realised that we're actually all we've all got powers.
Yeah, we're all a bit weird.
So we're magicians, genies,
And diabetic.
And diabetics have all got superpowers. We've got powers in some way. All
How
four
are
of
you-
us.
like,
All four of us.
I really appreciate you classifying type 1 diabetes as a superpower, James, but why is it a superpower?
It just means you can do stuff the rest of us can't.
Basically, he's very disciplined. He doesn't touch sugar.
Yeah.
I do, actually, because you can just inject insulin, so...
Yeah, but that's the I'm not.
So you're injecting sugar.
You're
So,
injecting
that's
sugar,
hardcore. Oh, man.
You get to do that. It's pretty special. That I admire you for it.
Rock
and
star.
I just think it's
Yeah,
good.
I prefer Rockstar
think,
to
you know,
superhero.
But if you had Dynamo's powers, you
Yeah.
would not have got diabetes. You would have just walked across the Thames.
Right, okay, I'll take that. I should have walked across the Thames.
You would have fallen out of that boat and just stayed there on the
Yeah,
water.
so you actually fell out of a boat into a Thames?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was rowing.
Hold on a minute. So you're sat down.
Yes, it was very difficult.
rowing.
And there were 4 of us in the boat, and it's a rowing boat, so 1 oar each, and it's almost impossible to capsize in one of those, but we managed it. We were an awful crew.
He's got special powers.
Yeah, he's got
He
special.
was able
powers.
to pull that off. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, my special power is I'm terrible at rowing, and I'm type 1 diabetic.
even Michael Pinson can pull that off. And,
Yeah.
and he's like an expert rower.
That's true.
Like, if you were to ask him on one of the podcasts in the future,
Yeah.
is it possible to
pencil
fall out of the rowing boat? He'll probably say.
I mean, and here's a big piece of information that I'd not realised and put 2 and 2 together. Stephen Redgrave, our most popular rower and probably our most medal-winning rower in the UK. Big revelation: Stephen Redgrave is type 1 diabetic.
Because he fell in the Thames. Oh man! Was all added up?
yeah,
Even I believe it now.
yes.
Maybe the dates do add up.
Man.
I've got to phone my mum after this and find out if I fell in the Thames before or after my diagnosis.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
It's good. This we're learning more about ourselves.
We are.
and you're going to call your mum, which is it's always a good thing.
It
to be
is.
inspired to call your mum every now.
Yeah,
And
and I'll probably start with "Hi, Mum, how are you?" to make it seem like I'm calling just because I'm selfless. But then I'll be like, "Oh, just on the off chance, do you know when I fell in the Thames and was it pre or post diagnosis?"
Yeah. Just a little, and then phone Steve Redgrave's family, ask them the same question about Redgrave.
No.
And then his mum will say, "But you're not diabetic."
What? His mum will say, "I'm not diabetic."
No, your mum.
Oh, my mum will say, "I'm not diabetic."
That'd be a revelation. That'd be a
Yeah,
twist.
man,
That would be a
twist at the
real
end of it all.
twist.
You're not diabetic. I just didn't want you to have all those sweets when you were a kid.
Oh God damn it! And then she takes her mask off and it's Dynamo.
Oh yeah, at the end, the whole thing's been Dynamo from the whole. So then the twist is Dynamo is your mum and I'm Dynamo's grandma, which means I'm your grandmother. So by the end of it, the big twist is you've been doing a podcast with your grandma the whole time.
Who is also Dynamo's grandma.
Yeah.
Well,
No, hold on. If I'm Dynamo's grandma, I'm your great grandma.
right, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Because Dynamo's my mum.
Dynamo's your mum. I'm Dynamo's
Yeah,
great
but
grandma.
my
and you are
grandma-
my great grandson
But-
who has
but-
diabetes.
My grandma, whose food I'm going to talk about later.
Yes.
She's actually my great grandma. She's
Oh.
still alive. She's 89.
she's a great-grandma.
But she's my great. So you'd be his great grandma.
Great grandma.
Great grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you will address me as such.
I could talk about a meal that I'm not allowed to eat, but I'd love to
Of
be able
course,
to eat because
sure.
that would be my ultimate
Yeah.
dream favourite meal.
Yeah.
It's a
But I
dream
can't eat it.
restaurant. You don't have Crohn's in the dream restaurant,
Yeah.
Dynamo.
Yeah. Edgar has diabetes.
Yes, unfortunately, yes. I'm the manager of the restaurant and I can't indulge in the dream meals.
Yes.
So what do you do?
What do I do?
Make sure you're happy.
Actually, type 1 is actually all right because insulin means that I can inject insulin to cover sugar and things like that. So I need to be
And
careful.
do you inject yourself?
I inject myself, yeah.
Yeah.
So multiple times a day. And I just need
Sometimes
to-
you ask me to do it.
Have I let you push the little plunger
I
down?
may have just imagined it. I think that's daydreaming.
You can if you want
Wishful
one day.
thinking, actually.
Would you do it?
Yeah. If you ask me to.
You're welcome to.
Maybe one day.
They did a beef burger with cheese in a Krispy Kreme original glazed donut.
Oh my god!
Holy fuck.
I can't be doing with that, Joe.
No, look at
Well,
him.
I can and did and loved it.
Ed's heard those words and slipped into a diabetic coma.
Yeah.
Look at him.
It
Poor
was
guy.
so good.
Also, Ed.
Also, if
apologies.
you know me,
I'd like to-
I'd eat it if I wanted it, and I'd just inject insulin, right? But
Yes.
but
Yes,
that's
yeah,
mad
do what you
to
want.
me.
It is mad.
Ed, I'd like to make an apology, by the way, for talking about me and William swimming the Thames earlier.
Oh right, yeah.
I think that
James
it was very
James
insensitive
thinks
and
that I
probably brought back a lot of bad memories
contracted
for you.
type 1 diabetes when I fell in the Thames when I was 13.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just that's a running thing on the podcast.
Okay.
Well,
And
it's
you
a
are quite
swimming,
right
a
to look at
swimming
me
thing more
blankly,
like.
Joe.
Yeah, I don't understand What has happened
It's just
here?
how Ed got diabetes is he fell in the Thames. And
I'm not sure.
just
I'm not
bragged
sure that's
just-
how it works.
No, it's
with
not true.
Thames. It was what happened, and I feel bad about saying that me and Williams were swimming in the Thames.
It's not true. Now, every time occasionally I'll write an article with, a slightly serious angle or do something for a diabetic charity, and all I get are responses to the tweet saying, is that because you fell in the Thames?
Well, if me and Williams do swim the Thames, that's what we'll be raising money for.
What?
Diabetes awareness.
But
Right,
you'll get type 1 diabetes if you go in the Thames.
Yes, well, that's raising money for myself.
And he
so-
didn't even swim the Thames, he swam the channel.
He did the Thames as well.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think he loves a swim.
Yeah, because he did the Thames and he got really, really ill. Because he got all the ticks and leeches on him and was really sick.
He said he was like shitting as he was swimming, apparently.
Yeah, actually, I know.
I didn't get type
I
1
know.
diabetes from David Williams' shit, James.
Oh, it just sounds like he might have. It sounds like Williams.
When did you get it? How long have you had it?
So at 13 I was diagnosed.
Yeah, the dates don't match
The
up.
dates don't
Acaster.
match up and also the facts don't.
Well, maybe that's what Williams was getting sick off of then. When he went in the Thames. He
Oh,
got
what,
sick
the
from your-
diabetes
from-
that you'd left in the
Yes.
Thames when you fell
So I
in?
left some there, did I?
You left a little trace of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Enough to
Behind
make
yourself.
that. It's not enough to give David Williams type 1 diabetes.
Nice.
It was enough to make him shit himself.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Just enough to make David Williams crap his pants.
Being a diabetic, you should always get to eat other people's food. Like,
Do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I should. Even people I don't know.
Yeah. So my sister Christina's type 1 diabetic, and my mum deals with that with always having cake in her bag. It's like Victoria Coren,
sandwiches?
except, but she doesn't go to the bathroom. She will just do it at a really nice restaurant.
Yeah.
She'll just get it out and go, "She's diabetic. She's diabetic." Actually, everybody, if you ever want to have dinner with my mum,
She's always got cake
she'll
in her
take
bag.
care of you. Yeah.
I've got a new comedy bit about how women have always got cake in their bags.
Yes.
True.
Finally.
Thank you, guys.
Someone.
All right, had to be said.
Do you know Sarah's sister?
No,
Oh, that's weird.
we don't all know each other.
Odd.
My sister is a kind of self-hating diabetic. When she was a child, she wouldn't go to any of like the support groups and stuff about diabetes.
Oh, really?
She didn't like the other diabetic children.
Oh, that's...
She includes Ed.
Yeah, but she
Yes.
includes Ed.
I was an awful child.
Ed didn't have diabetes until he was 13. He fell in the Thames.
Yeah, she was 12. Yeah,
so-
it always comes on with adolescence because
Yeah.
the hormones.
How did she fall in the Thames?
Ed pushed her.
Oh, Ed.
And
I
jumped
took her in with
afterwards.
me. I was like, no way, I want to be the only type 1 diabetic here.
Falling in,
Took her
you-
overboard.
Yeah.
Very dangerous for Ed being at the top of Big Ben, isn't it? Because it's close to the scene of the crime.
Do you mean the Thames?
Yes.
Yes.
You might tumble off of the top of Big Ben.
Now, I enjoy this joke. I do enjoy the joke about the Thames. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes, though, when I'm, occasionally I might, I help out with some diabetic charities or diabetes activism. And I'll post like quite a serious thing. The first 5 responses I always get are, well, then you shouldn't have fallen in the Thames.
I don't agree with that. I don't think people should be posting
Well,
that
I don't. Well,
when
you
you're
say
doing
you don't
the
agree
serious
with it, but your face would suggest you absolutely agree with it.
I think it's slightly funny, but not. I wouldn't do it myself.
No,
So-
well, because you don't have social media. Luckily, you have. You've basically set a load of people on to do it themselves.
Yes, I mean, I don't think they should be blaming you and saying you shouldn't have fallen in the Thames.
And that's very much the attitude is, why did you fall in the Thames if you didn't want diabetes?
Well, I guess everyone's learning at different paces and speeds and stuff. And they're just like educating themselves slowly.
Yeah.
But sorry
Yeah.
that you have to be on the receiving end of that. But I'm just saying, maybe don't go to the top of Big Ben.
But so you're worried that I'll go to the top of Big Ben and fall into the...
Again, yes.
how would I fall into the Thames from the top of Big Ben?
It's quite near to the Thames, isn't it?
It's not. You can't fall into it from the Thames, though. It's not.
What if a gust caught you?
But it have to be a big old gust, mate.
Yeah, it would blow you into the Thames. It's pretty close.
Thank you very much for listening. We will see you again next week.
Had the greatest butter, and my wife is diabetic, so she doesn't eat a lot of bread because it just turns right into sugar, which is really, she has to really calibrate carefully.
Type 1 or type 2?
Type 1.
I'm type 1.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm type 1, but I've just eaten a cookie because I'm in New York.
Fuck my blood. New York City, baby. Suck my dick, blood.
Bend over, blood, and suck my dick.
So but she will, for the salted butter, this kind of sweet salted butter, she used to get excited and would, budget for that health-wise. Yeah.
You've got to give some things a pass. I
Yeah,
think.
for sure.
You can't live your life denying everything.
No, agreed.
Yeah.
Did your wife fall in the Hudson?
No.
Oh.
Now, just to let you know, Josh, this is a running joke where James claims that I got type 1 diabetes because I fell in the Thames.
It's just a good question. I thought it was interesting because, like, I thought probably not the Thames, right? Because you guys don't live near it, so maybe it was the Hudson River.
Yeah,
but I'm glad to hear that your wife coincidentally hasn't fallen in the Hudson, because that would really that would back up his theory.
I would have really landed on my feet there if she had landed.
small sample size, but it really would have boosted the study.
If your wife had fallen in the Hudson, it would have done me a lot of favors in the long run on this podcast.
Like I can see if she'll do it.
Yeah,
she's very nice.
Or maybe also any body of water. If you could ask her if she's ever fallen in a body of water there, and then we can find out.
Yeah, we can find out that.
Yeah, and then because I'm trying to. It's for the good of everyone, really. If I find out, get to the root of it all.
It's good research.
Yep.
I know one of you is diabetic, but I don't know which one.
I'm diabetic.
Oh, okay.
He's a genie.
Okay.
Yeah. Very similar.
Both afflictions, in a way.
Yeah. In a way.
I have to inject before I eat. He lives in a lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both waiting to be freed. Me from a lamp, you from
diabetes.
Yeah, I guess diabetes.
The hard life of a chronic condition.
Yeah. We haven't talked. I tell you, that's not come up on an episode for a while. Actually,
diabetes.
Yeah, I miss it.
Do you miss it?
I like it when it comes up. Yeah.
Well, you like telling people that I fell in the Thames.
Yeah. Raising awareness.
And that's how I got
That's what's
diabetes.
important, isn't
That's
it?
what he likes saying.
Wait, is that true?
No, it's
a lot
not
of
true,
illnesses.
Josh.
It's important to raise awareness.
You got diabetes probably from what?
Fell in the Thames.
It's it's
what did you do to get your disease?
It must have been in a previous life.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell you what it was, but it was bad.
It was very naughty.
It was very naughty, whatever it was.
Very naughty.
What would the butter stamp of the dream restaurant be then?
Little lamp.
A little lamp.
Yeah.
Little lamp, maybe with well, that would represent me, and then through the lamp would have like a needle.
It's my brand.
Huh? Nice one, isn't it?
I fell in the Thames, yes.
A map of the Thames. That's a complicated stamp.
Yeah, that's really. I mean, that really follows me around everywhere. I'd say even when I have to maybe make a post on Instagram about, I've been asked by a charity to promote World Diabetes Day, and I have to do quite sort of like an open and honest post about how sometimes having a chronic condition can be a struggle mentally. And I go, oh, it's getting some comments already, and they are all, you fell in the Thames, you idiot!
Good on you all.
Maybe you wouldn't be so sad if you hadn't fallen in the Thames.
Good on everyone who posted that. Well done. Just raising awareness. You're doing your part.
Can we put the house lights up so I can see the lady's cheese board?
She's under there. I can't describe how she looks to you.
She has come with a cheese board hat.
She has made a cheese board. I'm sorry, everyone up there.
I love you. Get me a plate of spaghetti. There's something I want to try with you.
Right.
And then we can grate your head all. I don't know what I'm saying now.
Unacceptable. Disgusting thing to say to a fan.
Which bit?
Get some spaghetti. There's something I want to try with you. And then saying you're going to grate her head or something. Maybe hosting this podcast solo because you've been cancelled after this.
God, that would be the way I get cancelled, isn't it? Be a cheese creep.
Yep, being a little cheese perv. Also, obviously, before we move on, I don't know. There she is. Fuck you.
Sorry, Edgar.
I have a controversial suggestion to settle this, because I would say, and also if this is the dream meal and also like calories are not a problem and money is no option, I would say that dessert and cheese are two different courses. Am I right?
Yep, absolutely.
Because we haven't even got into petit fours and all of that shit as well.
No, but I think, sometimes you don't want anything sweet. You just... the more sophisticated way to round up... Go fuck yourselves. You can all go fuck yourselves. It's lovely for a type 1 diabetic to meet so many future type 2s.
Okay. Wait.
Sorry.
See you in the Thames, you fucking pricks.